In the rapidly advancing field of imaging technology, the announcement of the DJI Action 6 has generated exceptional anticipation within both professional and enthusiast circles. The evolution of action cameras over the past decade has been defined by a relentless pursuit of compactness, resilience, and increasingly sophisticated imaging capabilities. DJI, as a prominent player in this domain, has consistently demonstrated an aptitude for balancing design innovation with user-oriented functionality. The company's existing Action series, particularly the Action 4, has been widely regarded as a benchmark for durability and reliability among outdoor creators, athletes, and environmental vloggers. Many content creators have relied on the Action 4 as their primary recording device, often referring to it as a dependable workhorse capable of enduring challenging field conditions. Yet, despite its resilience and practicality, a recurring concern has been its limited performance in low-light environments. For individuals who film in natural, uncontrolled conditions, during sunrise, twilight, or in shaded forest environments, this constraint becomes particularly evident. The resultant footage frequently suffers from visible noise, reduced sharpness, and diminished color fidelity precisely when ambient lighting would otherwise offer the most visually compelling scenes. It is in this context that the forthcoming DJI Action 6 has ignited extraordinary excitement, as early information and unofficial specifications suggest that the model could represent not merely an incremental upgrade, but a categorical redefinition of what an action camera can achieve. The most transformative aspect of the rumored Action 6 revolves around its sensor architecture. Reports indicate that the device will incorporate a 1-inch CMOS sensor, a specification that marks a dramatic departure from the smaller sensors traditionally employed in compact action cameras. The implications of such a development are profound. Sensor size is directly correlated with light gathering capacity, and by extension, image quality. A larger surface area allows each photosite to capture more photons, thereby improving signal-to-noise ratio, enhancing tonal gradation, and preserving dynamic range in scenes that would otherwise challenge a camera's ability to render fine detail. If realized, the inclusion of a 1-inch sensor would substantially reduce the noise and graininess typically observed in low-light recordings, while simultaneously extending dynamic range to produce cinematic quality footage even in adverse illumination. For environmental content creators, this advancement could mean the difference between struggling to extract usable frames from a dark forest canopy and effortlessly achieving visually pristine imagery under the same conditions. It effectively eliminates one of the most persistent barriers to professional-grade content creation using compact devices. Furthermore, the imaging performance of the Action 6, as suggested by leaks and insider reports, appears poised to rival that of professional-grade cinema cameras in terms of resolution and frame rate options. The camera is anticipated to support native 8K recording at 30 frames per second, accompanied by 4K recording at an extraordinary 120 frames per second for high-speed or slow-motion applications. These capabilities signify an ambitious technological leap. The 8K format, offering approximately 4 times the pixel density of 4K, allows for unprecedented flexibility in post-production, including precise cropping, stabilization, and reframing without perceptible quality loss. At the same time, the 4K 120 FPS mode promises ultra-smooth motion capture that retains exceptional detail, enabling the depiction of dynamic subjects, such as wildlife, waves, or fast-moving athletes, with a clarity that enhances viewer immersion. This combination of high resolution and high frame rate demonstrates DJI's strategic understanding of contemporary content creation demands, where visual fidelity and versatility are paramount. From a technical standpoint, achieving these performance benchmarks in a compact, waterproof device is a remarkable engineering challenge. The physical limitations of heat dissipation, battery endurance, and lens calibration must be reconciled with the demands of high-resolution imaging. DJI's previous models, particularly the Action 5 and Action 4, already integrated advanced thermal management systems and highly efficient processing architectures. The Action 6 is expected to expand upon these foundations, likely incorporating refined heat sinks, optimized power regulation, and improved image processing algorithms to maintain consistent performance during extended recording sessions. Moreover, the device's rumored ability to remain waterproof without the need for an external casing further attests to DJI's commitment to seamless usability in diverse environments. For creators operating in marine or alpine conditions, the reduction of accessory dependency translates to greater agility, faster setup, and reduced potential for mechanical failure. Another dimension that sets the Action 6 apart is its purported integration with smartwatch technology, particularly with leading brands such as Apple and Garmin. If implemented, this feature would represent a significant convergence of wearable technology and imaging systems. The ability to remotely control recording functions directly from one's wrist introduces an unprecedented level of convenience and creative flexibility. For instance, users engaged in activities that demand constant motion, such as hiking, cycling, or diving, would no longer need to manually operate the camera, thereby reducing interruptions and ensuring continuous, unobtrusive capture. Beyond remote control, the potential for real-time data overlays constitutes an equally important innovation. By embedding metrics such as heart rate, speed, altitude, and GPS trajectory directly into video files, the Action 6 could transform the narrative potential of action footage. These data integrations not only enrich storytelling but also offer empirical context to physical performance, appealing to both professional athletes analyzing their training and viewers seeking immersive, information-rich visual experiences. Such a symbiosis of biometric and environmental data exemplifies the growing interdisciplinary nature of modern imaging technology, wherein hardware design, sensor analytics, and data science increasingly intersect. In examining the broader implications of these rumored advancements, it becomes clear that DJI's strategy extends beyond mere hardware refinement. The company appears to be positioning the Action 6 as a platform for experiential innovation, one that integrates the aesthetic demands of cinematography with the analytical precision of sensor-driven feedback. This dual orientation aligns with a wider trend in the imaging industry, where devices are no longer judged solely by their optical performance, but by their capacity to serve as intelligent nodes within a larger ecosystem of interconnected devices. DJI's historical trajectory reinforces this observation. Over the years, the company has progressively blurred the boundaries between drones, handheld gimbals, and cameras, consistently promoting modular integration and cross-platform compatibility. The anticipated smartwatch connectivity, therefore, should not be seen as a mere convenience feature, but as a deliberate continuation of this integrative philosophy. From a market perspective, the Action 6's rumored specifications signal DJI's intention to further consolidate its dominance within the compact camera segment, while encroaching upon the territory traditionally occupied by larger, mirrorless systems. The inclusion of 8K recording and a 1-inch sensor places the device within the technical reach of professional videographers who previously relied on bulkier equipment. This shift could democratize high-end production quality, enabling solo creators, journalists, and environmental documentarians to produce cinematic visuals without the logistical constraints of heavy gear. Moreover, as content distribution increasingly favors high-resolution formats, exemplified by streaming platforms and immersive media technologies, the demand for portable cameras capable of professional-grade output will only intensify. DJI's early adoption of these specifications may therefore represent a preemptive response to the evolving expectations of digital audiences and production workflows. The rumored release timeline, speculated to fall between August and October 2025, follows DJI's established pattern of late summer product cycles. This consistency underscores a disciplined production strategy that balances technological readiness with market timing. Historically, DJI's Action 1, 4, and 5 models have each introduced distinct innovations, yet the interval between releases has allowed sufficient time for user feedback and incremental refinement. If the Action 6 indeed materializes within the projected window, it will likely embody the cumulative learnings from prior iterations, combined with cutting-edge sensor technology sourced from DJI's growing network of optical engineering partners. The persistence of leaks, prototype imagery, and FCC documentation further suggests that development is well underway, lending credence to the speculations surrounding its imminent debut.